rated Middle Tennessee's most accurate forecast.
Okay, so if you love the weekend weather, you are going to love today.
Raise your hand.
Oh my goodness. I mean, you said you started to not enjoy sweating, but get used to sweating, right?
I mean, you just got to do what you got to do. Got to cut grass, got to do things, so you just drink as much as you can.
Yeah, it's
you
so
know?
Water.
humid.
Yeah, water.
Water.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other thing's not a good idea because that'll dehydrate you even more. So just keep that in mind. I had to change my fiance's flat tire in the middle of the afternoon on Saturday.
That was
Did you smile?
I was a sight after that one. That was just drenched.
It's almost miserable, really. I mean,
Yeah, and
it's so thick.
It's going to be hot and
Humidity.
humid again before the storm chances become a concern. The severe weather threat is the reason for the forewarned weather alert. Here's an overview of what to expect. It's going to be hot and muggy all week. The heat index between 100 and 105. The severe weather threat mainly is going to take shape to our northeast today. Better chance overhead tonight and tomorrow. The form of the greatest severe weather threat is going to be damaging straight line winds, those thunderstorm wind gusts over 60 miles an hour, but large hail, even isolated tornadoes, localized flooding, a possibility. So we'll be monitoring every storm that develops and moves in as we head through the next 48 hours or so. Thunderstorms rolling through Chicago as we speak, or rolling into Chicago. So any flights connecting through, coming from, going to Chicago, you're going to have problems there. These storms are going to stay off to our northeast, but every time a new wave of storms moves through, it rearranges the atmosphere, kind of pushes the storm path a little farther south. So this band of storms moves farther off to our northeast. The next band of storms will be closer. The next band of storms after that will probably move through the mid-state. That's going to be by late tonight into early tomorrow morning. In the meantime, we just have lots of hazy sunshine out there. Not much fog around Metro Nashville, but there are some foggy spots elsewhere in the mid-state, and we'll keep an eye on that for you as well. Just to allow a little extra time on your way out the door in eastern Middle Tennessee, as I showed you on the fog tracker just a bit earlier. It's warm, it's muggy. Temperatures mostly in the low to mid-70s, including 75 in Columbia and Nashville. Head through the day with Futurecast here, and I think we're going to stay dry for most of the day. I can't rule out an isolated storm developing in eastern Middle Tennessee during the heat of the afternoon, but the greater severe weather threat is going to stay farther off to our northeast. But again, that rearranges the path of the storms every time one wave of storms moves through. So we could see some evening storms impacting eastern Middle Tennessee, and then a better chance of thunderstorms moving in late tonight. These would have some damaging wind potential even for Metro Nashville, and 7 a.m. is kind of the tipping point between days for the Storm Prediction Center's outlooks that I'll show you in just a second. That wave of storms moves through. Doesn't mean we're done. We're going to see more thunderstorms likely developing and rolling through from northwest to southeast throughout the afternoon tomorrow. I think this latest run of Futurecast has a really good handle on the overall pattern, so just stay weather aware. This isn't a situation, even with the heightened severe weather threat, where you need to go hide in your safe space for the next 48 hours. It just means pay attention to the weather. If there are warnings issued, we'll let you know about it. The greatest threat stays off to our northeast today, but it gets closer and closer to us. I showed you that the greater threat of those storms, the path of them on Futurecast, is farther off to our northeast. So why are we included in that slight or enhanced risk? Because there's some uncertainty. Those storms can make more of a right turn and dive down towards us earlier than anticipated. So start planning on being weather aware already this afternoon. Mainly, it's just going to be hot and muggy. Storm Prediction Center calls it an enhanced risk for the eastern half of the mid-state tomorrow. I think they're going to have to expand that to include most of the rest of the mid-state tomorrow, but we'll wait and see on that one. Damaging straight line winds, large hail, and even the possibility of isolated tornadoes will be with us, with the highest storm chances for everybody on the way late tonight and throughout the day tomorrow. Just coming at us in waves. In between waves, going to be hot. Mid-90s for highs today and tomorrow, and still in the 90s, even once the storm chances move farther off to our south. Melanie?
All right.